Hi, I'm Teri Robinson, Executive Editor at SC Media, and we're here at the RSA conference in San Francisco. With me today is Kurtis Mender. He is the CEO at GroupSense. Hey Kurtis, thanks for being with us.
Thanks Teri, thanks for having me.
Great, so I want to talk to you about something that's on everybody's minds these days, or at least should be, election security.
Sure.
So I understand you have a insight into what's going on in the dark web.
Yeah, among many other things.
Okay.
Yeah, GroupSense has done a lot of research in the election space, and we do a lot of work for state and local governments in this space.
Okay.
And we're in the process of taking what we learned from the last election and enumerating that and coming up with programs and patterns to mitigate it in the future.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anything surprised you about what you found?
Sure. Yeah. I mean, every day we're learning every day. Yeah. So we found a lot of tools and methods that the attackers are using, and sometimes actually buying. So even though we are under the assumption that maybe the Russians have built an army of bots, it may not actually be the case. In some cases, they've actually purchased those from a market.
Is that right? Yeah. So that's a thriving market, is it? I mean, with the kind of ecologies.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot more out there than people understand. There's a lot more of that capability for sale in the darknet than people realize.
But why build from the ground up when you can?
It's commoditized.
Buy it?
Yeah.
So what should we be doing on the state and federal level to prepare ourselves?
So first and foremost is having a program and a process in place that involves proper intelligence about this type of activity, and the mitigation means to take down either illicit posts or fraudulent activity on the social media spectrum. Yep.
Yeah. Are you surprised at the Russian influence campaign we've been talking a lot about recently?
Certainly, I was surprised at the effectiveness of it, but now in retrospect, I see how it was carried out. It was skillful, and the lack of awareness from the public side was part of the issue. I think now that we know what we know, hopefully we can use this as a lesson. Let the public know that what they're looking at in these social media spectrums are not necessarily always true, and hopefully we can mitigate it the next time around.
Okay. Your number one concern going forward with elections?
Well, I think we're behind. We're not focusing on it in a holistic way. We're not just talking about the campaign interference through social media, et cetera, but we're also talking about the physical security of the election machines, the supply chain that leads to those machines being built, and how that's managed and monitored. So there's a lot of work to be done. Unfortunately, it's very decentralized. A lot of this is happening at the state and local level. They don't have a whole lot of resources to throw at it, so that is a concern.
Okay, so 2018, are we going to get there, or partially there in securing?
Well, it looks like we're taking a step in the right direction. I wish we were taking, we're starting to jog. We're not quite there yet, but I think it's a step in the right direction, and the investments are starting to be made. But I'm still looking for leadership, from the federal level to show that this is something that they'll put, resources behind to mitigate in the future.
Great. Well, there's a lot at stake there. I hope they do as well. Thank you so much for joining us here today. I really do appreciate it. And once again, I'm Teri Robinson, the Executive Editor at SC Media, with Kurtis Mender from GroupSense.